You've been staring at the road as if it owes you an answer, counting every door that closed, calling every silence failure. You ask the years behind you, did I walk the wrong way? But a life is not a verdict handed down at the end of a day. You cannot see beyond the hill by standing still and fearing it, and no amount of worry will turn tomorrow into fact. You don't have to know yet where every road will lead. You only have to know what matters now to you. Look clearly at where you are, but don't confuse the place with everything you are. The road is not your worth, the answer is not your name. You are more than what you've lost, more than what you have yet to gain. There will always be a life that looks further down the road, someone moving faster with a lighter looking load. But you can't measure your direction with another person's map. Their distance is not evidence that you are falling back. Some things belong to chance, some things belong to time, but there are things still waiting for the work of your own hands. You don't have to know yet where every road will lead. You only have to know what matters now to you. Look clearly at where you are, but don't confuse the place with everything you are. The road is not your worth, the answer is not your name. You are more than what you've lost, more than what you have yet to gain. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What am I only afraid to lose? Which weight is mine to carry? Which one can I refuse? Then separate the world into what you can change and what you cannot. Put your hands where your power still remains. You don't have to know yet how the whole story ends. A life is made of questions. You learn to live within, see the truth without despair, keep your hope without pretending. Take one honest step and let the road keep opening. You don't have to know yet, you don't have to be sure. You only have to keep becoming someone you can trust. The future is not asking for a perfect plan, only this: know where you are, know what you value, and do the next thing you still can. I learned to walk in silence before I learned to speak. I carried all my winters hidden underneath my sleeves. I never asked for kindness, I never waited for a hand. save me. I learned to understand. I became good at disappearing, at becoming someone small. If nobody knew my pain, then nobody could make me fall. But someone saw me when I was trying not to be seen. Someone heard the words I never had the strength to speak. Not because I was broken, not because I needed to be saved, but because for the first time someone stayed. And maybe I was not invisible, maybe I was not alone. Maybe there was a place somewhere where my heart could finally rest. I knew how to survive, but I forgot how to live. I counted every reason not to trust, not to forgive. The world was always asking how much more I could endure. So I built my walls higher and called them something pure. But a small light through the window can reach a room that's cold. A quiet word of comfort can warm a heart of stone. Someone saw me when I was trying not to be seen. Someone held the silence between the words I couldn't speak. Not because they changed me, not because they fixed my scars, but because they reminded me I was human from the start. I was never asking for someone to carry me. I only wish that someone would believe the pain I couldn't show. And maybe healing is not forgetting what I've lost. Maybe it is finding someone who sees me through it all. Now I see me beyond the years I had to fight, beyond all the shadows that followed me through the night. I am more than my memories, more than the wounds I hide. There is still a heart inside me that never truly died. Someone saw me, and somehow I began to see the person I was waiting for was always here in me. I was not invisible, I was only waiting to be found.
I drew a line beyond the hills and called it where I had to be. I gave the distance all my faith, as if the road belonged to me. I thought I knew the shape of truth, the things my hands could reach and hold. But every road I walked alone had turns I never learned to know. There are doors my eyes can't see, there are voices out of frame, and maybe what I call my purpose is only longing with a name. Who holds the reins when desire starts to run? Am I choosing where I'm going, or becoming what I want? I know the dream, but do I know the cost? Am I leading what I Is this hunger something I can guide, or is it guiding me from here? Everyone carries something bright, a private future in their hands, a place to reach, a life to build, a name they hope to understand. And wanting more is not a sin, a dream is not a thing to fear. But every map is drawn by someone standing where they cannot see. My senses tell me what is near, my mind makes meaning from the light. But there are worlds beyond my knowing, truths that wait outside my sight. Who holds the reins when desire starts to run? Am I choosing where I'm going, or becoming what I want? I know the dream, but do I know the cost? Am I leading what I long for, or am I already lost? Who holds the reins when the road becomes unclear? Is this hunger something I can guide, or is it guiding me from here? Maybe wisdom is not knowing every answer every way. Maybe it is leaving room for what I cannot name, to question every perfect plan, to doubt the path I made, to hold my dream with open hands instead of being led. So I'll hold the reins, but loosen up my grip. I'll listen for the roads my certainty has missed. I'll keep the dream, but I won't call it all I am. I'll know the shape of my desire before I let it choose my path. Whoa, what do I want? What is it asking of me? Am I holding it, or is it holding me?
You've been chasing tomorrow since you were just a boy, trading quiet mornings for another restless choice. You wear the weight of questions no one asked you to hold, trying to outrun winter before the air turns cold. Every road you've wandered left a mark beneath your feet. Even broken hours taught your heart another beat. The life you thought was leaving may just be taking time. Some seeds grow in silence before they reach the light. Don't rush the ending, let the pages turn. Some fires only glow after they burn. You'll understand someday why the rain had to fall, why the quiet nights never meant nothing at all. Every door that closed, every dream delayed,
was gently carving a soul you'll thank someday. Keep the words worth keeping, leave the borrowed fears. Not every empty season is a waste of years. You don't have to hurry, you don't have to prove. The river never questions the way it's meant to move. When the sky feels heavy, carry only this one thought: the road has never asked you to be someone else. You'll understand someday, maybe not tonight. Maybe when the morning finds a softer light, you'll smile at this moment, not because it was easy, but because you never stopped walking through it. So keep your heart open, keep your hands warm. The person you're becoming has been waiting for you all along. I spent so many years pulling myself ahead, turning every doubt into another step. I learned to be the voice that told me not to fall, but lately I've been wondering if that was all. Maybe I don't need another road to run. Maybe I need something stronger underneath the sun. I need a place to stand before I choose where I should go. A steady ground beneath me, and the courage just to know not every answer, not a perfect plan, just enough to trust myself and see things as they are. I need a place to stand, a truth I can hold on to, not to prove that I am strong, but to remember I am still enough to find my way through. So I look at where I am without turning away, not calling it a failure, not pretending I'm okay. I count what I have learned, I face what I still lack, and draw a line between the past and what comes back. I don't want empty hope that disappears by morning. I want an honest light to show me where I am standing. I need a place to stand before I choose where I should go. A steady ground beneath me, and the courage just to know not every answer, not a perfect plan, just enough to trust myself and see things as they are. I need a place to stand, a truth I can hold on to, not to prove that I am strong, but to remember I am still enough to find can see the road ahead, not because the fear is gone, but because I know myself instead. I don't need to rush, I don't need to pretend. I can face the life I have and decide what comes next. I have a place to stand, a quieter kind of strength, and from here I'll find my way, one honest step at a time. Here I am, this is where I stand, and from here I begin again. No one came to show me where the road would bend. No voice stayed beside me to tell me how to mend. So I learned to wake myself when every reason slept, to carry all the promises that no one else had kept. I closed the door and turned the noise away. There were things I had to prove alone. I became my own way. When there was no one left to lead, I pushed against the quiet and became what I believed. Through the days that asked for more than I thought I had to give, I kept moving, kept becoming. I was learning how to live. There were years I held my breath to keep the world outside, afraid that every interruption would pull me from my stride. I gave my name meaning with every mile I crossed, and built a life from pieces of the things I almost lost. I guarded every spark like it was all I knew, because the only proof was what I made come true. I became my own way when there was no one left to lead. I pushed against the quiet and became what I believed. Through the days that asked for more than I thought I had to give, I kept moving, kept becoming. I was learning how to live. Maybe I was never meant to follow someone's light. Maybe all those lonely years were teaching me to shine. Not louder, not stronger, just unwilling to disappear. I found the voice inside me I had needed all those years. I became my own way when there was no one left to lead. I held on through the silence and became what I believed. And if I stand here now, it's not because I never fell, it's because I learned to walk when no one showed me how. No one led me here, still I made it through. And somewhere on the way I became who I knew I could be. I could be. was used to people even before they knew my name. I learned to close the door before someone walked away. I thought the world was only a place where I had to fight. Then you looked at me quietly and didn't turn away. You never asked me to become someone else. You just let me know I was still myself. You were the person who stayed when I was hard to understand. You saw the pain I carried, but you never saw me as broken. You gave me a little warmth when I had forgotten the sun. And somehow I learned I was not the only one. I saw the weight you carried, the silence in your eyes. You smiled for everyone around you while hiding your own nights. I thought I was the only one who knew what loneliness meant, but you were also walking through a road nobody saw. Maybe we were both people trying not to fall, two tired hearts standing in the middle of it all. You were the person who stayed when I had nothing to offer. You didn't save my life, you just stood beside me. And in that quiet moment I finally understood, sometimes being seen is the greatest kindness. I hope you know this too. You don't have to carry everything. You don't always have to be the strong one for everyone. The kindness you gave me was never small. It was the light that helped me find myself again. You were the person who stayed, and I will remember your name. Not because you fixed me, not because you changed my fate, but because you showed me in a world that looked away. A lonely heart can still be understood. So please don't forget yourself. Someone saw you too. I built my walls with every scar. I learned to stand beneath the weight. I called the silence discipline. I called the distance strength and faith. I carried every battle like a proof that I was strong. I thought the things that kept me moving would hold me all along. But when the storm came closer, when the ground began to shake, I found the things I trusted were not as strong as I believed. The things I leaned on were not the ground beneath my feet. They were only pieces that helped me keep my balance in the deep. I thought I was unbreakable, I thought I knew my strength, but maybe I was only surviving and calling it my faith.
to prove. But fear has a way of showing what we never want to see. The strongest looking mountains can still hide a fragile seam. And maybe this awakening is not a sign I lost. Maybe it is the moment I finally meet myself. The things I leaned on were not the ground beneath my feet. They were only pieces that helped me keep my balance in the deep. I thought I was unbreakable. I thought I knew my strength. But maybe I was only surviving and calling it my fate. The tree is not strong because it never bends. A river is not weak because it changes where it ends. Maybe real strength is knowing I can fall and finding something deeper that remains beneath it all. The things I leaned on were never meant to last forever. They were only lessons leading me to something better. I don't need to prove that I can stand alone. I need roots beneath the surface, a place I can call home. The things I leaned on are slowly fading away, and in the space they leave behind, I'm finding a stronger way. I thought I was strong because I never felt. Now I know I'm growing because I finally learned what holds me well. I learned to walk quietly without asking for applause. Some battles are not meant to win. Some wounds don't need a cause. I carried many seasons on these tired shoulders of mine. Smiled when the world was watching, fell apart when I was alone at night. I thought being strong meant never letting myself break, but maybe strength was staying kind with everything at stake. This is the weight I carry, the stories no one knows, the silent disappointments, the roads I walked alone. But I will not become bitter from all the things I've lost. I'll keep a little warmth inside me, no matter what it costs. This is the way I carry, not a burden, not a scar. It is the proof that I was here, and I still know who I am. I watched people around me fighting battles of their own. Everyone had hidden storms they carried on their own. So I stopped asking questions that only judge their pain. Sometimes a quiet presence can help someone breathe again. I don't need to be remembered as someone who was great. I only hope people near me, felt a little less afraid. This is the weight I carry, the promises I keep, the words I never say out loud, the tears I never weep, and I will not lose my kindness just because life was hard. I'll protect the small light inside me that survived through the dark. Maybe life is not about finding the perfect road. Maybe it is walking forward while carrying what you know. The ones who hurt us deeply, the dreams we couldn't save, they are all parts of the person that we became. This is the weight I carry, and I'll carry it with grace. Not because I have no sorrow, but because I know its place. I have fallen, I have wandered, I have questioned who I am, but through every broken moment I remained a better man. This is the weight I carry, and I won't put it down, because somewhere in this journey I found what matters now. Not a hero, not someone without pain, just a man who kept walking through the storm and rain. I spent my life collecting things I thought would make me whole. Achievements, expectations, little pieces of control. I built a shelter from my efforts, I built a name from what I gave. But when the wind grew stronger, I wondered what would stay. If the things I held so tightly can disappear someday, what is left beneath me when everything fades away? What will hold me when the road begins to shake? What will guide me when the plans I made break? Is it the things I have? Is it the things I prove? Or something deep inside me that remains when I lose? What will hold me when I cannot see ahead? What will remind me that I'm more than what I've built? Maybe I was searching for a place outside myself, a reason to be certain, a hand to save me from the fall. But maybe all the answers were never meant to arrive. Maybe I must learn to trust the person still alive, not the absence of the fear, not a life without the pain, but the courage to keep walking when nothing feels the same. What will hold me when the road begins to shake? What will guide me when the plans I made break? Is it the things I have? Is it the things I prove? Or something deep inside me that remains when I lose? Maybe I can lean on truth, on the choices that I make, on the lessons from my failures, on the promises I keep. Maybe I can lean on love, on the people who remain, on the quiet voice within me that still calls me by perfect ground. I don't need to know every answer I haven't found. I will build my foundation with the things I truly choose, not with fear of falling, but with the strength to move. What will hold me, maybe I'll discover in time. Not something above me, but the roots I grow inside. I was looking for something that would never disappear. Now I'm learning how to stand even when the world is unclear. I saw you walking through the rain with a heart that learned to hide. You carried more than anyone knew and kept it all inside. You never asked for sympathy, you never asked for a hand. You only learned to survive in a world that didn't understand. But you don't have to prove how much pain you can take. You don't have to be stronger than the weight you had to bear. You were never alone, even when you felt unseen. Someone knew the quiet battles that were living underneath. You don't have to run anymore, you don't have to hide your scars. You were already enough before you became this strong. The world may have been unfair and some days may never change, but don't let all those painful nights decide who you will become. There is still a place for you, there are still people who will stay. Not because you have something to give, but because you are you today. Life won't always be kind, and I can't erase your past, but I hope you finally know you don't have to carry it alone. You were never alone, even when you felt unseen. Someone knew the quiet battles that were living underneath. You don't have to run anymore, you don't have to hide your scars. You were already enough before you became this strong. Someday you'll look back at the person you had been. You'll see someone who survived when nobody saw the wind. Don't be afraid of tomorrow, don't be ashamed of yesterday. The child who endured the darkness still deserves a brighter day. You were never alone, not even in your darkest night. The world may not have held you, but you were still worth the fight. So walk a little slower, let your tired heart rest. You don't have to earn love, you don't have to prove yourself. You were never alone. You just needed someone to tell you so.
You've been staring at the road as if it owes you an answer, counting every door that closed, calling every silence failure. You asked the years behind you, did I walk the wrong way? But a life is not a verdict handed down at the end of a day. You cannot see beyond the hill by standing still and fearing it, and no amount of worry will turn tomorrow into fact. You don't have to know yet where every road will lead. You only have to know what matters now to you. Look clearly at where you are, but don't confuse the place with everything you are. The road is not your worth, the answer is not your name. You are more than what you've lost, more than what you have yet to gain. There will always be a life that looks further down the road, someone moving faster with a lighter looking load. But you can't measure your direction with another person's map. Their distance is not evidence that you are falling back. Some things belong to chance, some things belong to time, but there are things still waiting for the work of your own hands. You don't have to know yet where every road will lead. You only have to know what matters now to you. Look clearly at where you are, but don't confuse the place with everything you are. The road is not your worth, the answer is not your name. You are more than what you've lost, more than what you have yet to gain. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What am I only afraid to lose? Which weight is mine to carry? Which one can I refuse? Then separate the world into what you can change and what you cannot. Put your hands where your power still remains. You don't have to know yet how the whole story ends. A life is made of questions. You learn to live within, see the truth without despair, keep your hope without pretending. Take one honest step and let the road keep opening. You don't have to know yet, you don't have to be sure. You only have to keep becoming someone you can trust. The future is not asking for a perfect plan, only this: know where you are, know what you value, and do the next thing you still can.
I learned to walk in silence before I learned to speak. I carried all my winters hidden underneath my sleeves. I never asked for kindness, I never waited for a hand when no one came to save me. I learned to understand. I became good at disappearing at becoming someone small. If nobody knew my pain, then nobody could make me fall. But someone saw me when I was trying not to be seen. Someone heard the words I never had the strength to speak. Not because I was broken, not because I needed to be saved, but because for the first time someone stayed. And maybe I was not invisible, maybe I was not alone. Maybe there was a place somewhere where my heart could finally rest. I knew how to survive, but I forgot how to live. I counted every reason not to trust, not to forgive. The world was always asking how much more I could endure. So I built my walls higher and called them something pure. But a small light through the window can reach a room that's cold. A quiet word of comfort can warm a heart of stone. Someone saw me when I was trying not to be seen. Someone held the silence between the words I couldn't speak. Not because they changed me, not because they fixed my scars, but because they reminded me I was human from the start. I was never asking for someone to carry me. I only wish that someone would believe the pain I couldn't show. And maybe healing is not forgetting what I've lost. Maybe it is finding someone who sees me through it all. Now I see me beyond the years I had to fight, beyond all the shadows that followed me through the night. I am more than my memories, more than the wounds I hide. There is still a heart inside me that never truly died. Someone saw me, and somehow I began to see the person I was waiting for was always here in me. I was not invisible, I was only waiting to be found.
I drew a line beyond the hills and called it where I had to be. I gave the distance all my faith, as if the road belonged to me. I thought I knew the shape of truth, the things my hands could reach and hold. But every road I walked alone had turns I never learned to know. There are doors my eyes can't see, there are voices out of frame, and maybe what I call my purpose is only longing with a name. Who holds the reins when desire starts to run? Am I choosing where I'm going, or becoming what I want? I know the dream, but do I know the cost? Am I leading what I long for, or am I already lost? Who holds the reins when the road becomes unclear? this hunger something I can guide, or is it guiding me from here? Everyone carries something bright, a private future in their hands, a place to reach, a life to build, a name they hope to understand. And wanting more is not a sin, a dream is not a thing to fear. But every map is drawn by someone standing where they cannot see. My senses tell me what is near, my mind makes meaning from the light. But there are worlds beyond my knowing, truths that wait outside my sight. Who holds the reins when desire starts to run? Am I choosing where I'm going, or becoming what I want? I know the dream, but do I know the cost? Am I leading what I long for, or am I already lost? Who holds the reins when the road becomes unclear? Is this hunger something I can guide, or is it guiding me from here? Maybe wisdom is not knowing every answer every way. Maybe it is leaving room for what I cannot name, to question every perfect plan, to doubt the path I made, to hold my dream with open hands instead of being led. So I'll hold the reins, but loosen up my grip. I'll listen for the roads my certainty has missed. I'll keep the dream, but I won't call it all I am. I'll know the shape of my desire before I let it choose my path. Ooh, whoa, what do I want? What is it asking of me? Am I holding it, or is it holding me?
You've been chasing tomorrow since you were just a boy, trading quiet mornings for another restless choice. You wear the weight of questions no one asked you to hold, trying to outrun winter before the air turns cold. Every road you've wandered left a mark beneath your feet. Even broken hours taught your heart another beat. The life you thought was leaving may just be taking time. Some seeds grow in silence before they reach the light. Don't rush the ending, let the pages turn. Some fires only glow after they burn. You'll understand someday why the rain had to fall, why the quiet nights never meant nothing at all. Every door that closed, every dream delayed,
was gently carving a soul you'll thank someday. Keep the words worth keeping, leave the borrowed fears. Not every empty season is a waste of years. You don't have to hurry, you don't have to prove. The river never questions the way it's meant to move. When the sky feels heavy, carry only this one thought: the road has never asked you to be someone else. You'll understand someday, maybe not tonight. Maybe when the morning finds a softer light, you'll smile at this moment, not because it was easy, but because you never stopped walking through it. So keep your heart open, keep your hands warm. The person you're becoming has been waiting for you all along. I spent so many years pulling myself ahead, turning every doubt into another step. I learned to be the voice that told me not to fall, but lately I've been wondering if that was all. Maybe I don't need another road to run. Maybe I need something stronger underneath the sun. I need a place to stand before I choose where I should go. A steady ground beneath me, and the courage just to know not every answer, not a perfect plan, just enough to trust myself and see things as they are. I need a place to stand, a truth I can hold on to, not to prove that I am strong, but to remember I am still enough to find my way through. So I look at where I am without turning away, not calling it a failure, not pretending I'm okay. I count what I have learned, I face what I still lack, and draw a line between the past and what comes back. I don't want empty hope that disappears by morning. I want an honest light to show me where I am standing. I need a place to stand before I choose where I should go. A steady ground beneath me, and the courage just to know not every answer, not a perfect plan, just enough to trust myself and see things as they are. I need a place to stand, a truth I can hold on to, not to prove that I am strong, but to remember I am still enough to find my way through. Maybe strength is not forcing without refusing to know what I can change, to know what I must leave, to stop asking the world for permission to believe. Now I have a place to stand, and I can see the road ahead. Not because the fear is gone, but because I know myself instead. I don't need to rush, I don't need to pretend. I can face the life I have and decide what comes next. I have a place to stand, a quieter kind of strength, and from here I'll find my way, one honest step at a time. Here I am, this is where I stand, and from here I begin again. No one came to show me where the road would bend. No voice stayed beside me to tell me how to mend. So I learned to wake myself when every reason slept, to carry all the promises that no one else had kept. I closed the door and turned the noise away. There were things I had to prove alone. I became my own way. When there was no one left to lead, I pushed against the quiet and became what I believed. Through the days that asked for more than I thought I had to give, I kept moving, kept becoming. I was learning how to live. There were years I held my breath to keep the world outside, afraid that every interruption would pull me from my stride. I gave my name meaning with every mile I crossed, and built a life from pieces of the things I almost lost. I guarded every spark like it was all I knew, because the only proof was what I made come true. I became my own way when there was no one left to lead. I pushed against the quiet and became what I believed. Through the days that asked for more than I thought I had to give, I kept moving, kept becoming. I was learning how to live. Maybe I was never meant to follow someone's light. Maybe all those lonely years were teaching me to shine. Not louder, not stronger, just unwilling to disappear. I found a voice inside me I had needed all those years. I became my own way when there was no one left to lead. I held on through the silence and became what I believed. And if I stand here now, it's not because I never fell, it's because I learned to walk when no one showed me how. No one led me here, still I made it through. And somewhere on the way I became who I knew I could be.
be.
I was used to people leaving before they knew my name. I learned to close the door before someone walked away. I thought the world was only a place where I had to fight. Then you looked at me quietly and didn't turn away. You never asked me to become someone else. You just let me know I was still myself. You were the person who stayed when I was hard to understand. You saw the pain I carried, but you never saw me as broken. You gave me a little warmth when I had forgotten the sun. And somehow I learned I was not the only one. I saw the weight you carried, the silence in your eyes. You smiled for everyone around you while hiding your own nights. I thought I was the only one who knew what loneliness meant, but you were also walking through a road nobody saw. Maybe we were both people trying not to fall, two tired hearts standing in the middle of it all. You were the person who stayed when I had nothing to offer. You didn't save my life, you just stood beside me. And in that quiet moment I finally understood, sometimes being seen is the greatest kindness. I hope you know this too. You don't have to carry everything. You don't always have to be the strong one for everyone. The kindness you gave me was never small. It was the light that helped me find myself again. You were the person who stayed, and I will remember your name. Not because you fixed me, not because you changed my fate, but because you showed me in a world that looked away. A lonely heart can still be understood. So please don't forget yourself. Someone saw you too. I built my walls with every scar. I learned to stand beneath the weight. I called the silence discipline. I called the distance strength and faith. I carried every battle like a proof that I was strong. I thought the things that kept me moving would hold me all along. But when the storm came closer, when the ground began to shake, I found the things I trusted were not as strong as I believed. The things I leaned on were not the ground beneath my feet. They were only pieces that helped me keep my balance in the deep. I thought I was unbreakable, was only surviving and calling it my fate. The things I leaned on could not carry me forever. Now I have to find what truly holds me together. I wore my independence like a shield against the world. I told myself I needed nothing, I had nothing left to prove. But fear has a way of showing what we never want to see. The strongest looking mountains can still hide a fragile seam. And maybe this awakening is not a sign I lost. Maybe it is the moment I finally meet myself. The things I leaned on were not the ground beneath my feet. They were only pieces that helped me keep my balance in the deep. I thought I was unbreakable, I thought I knew my strength, but maybe I was only surviving and calling it my fate. A tree is not strong because it never bends. A river is not weak because it changes where it ends. Maybe real strength is knowing I can fall and finding something deeper that remains beneath it all. The things I leaned on were never meant to last forever. They were only lessons leading me to something better. I don't need to prove that I can stand alone. I need roots beneath the surface, a place I can call home. The things I leaned on are slowly fading away, and in the space they leave behind, I'm finding a stronger way. I thought I was strong because I never felt. Now I know I'm growing because I finally learned what holds me well. I learned to walk quietly without asking for applause. Some battles are not meant to win, some wounds don't need a cause. I carried many seasons on these tired shoulders of mine, smiled when the world was watching, fell apart when I was alone at night. I thought being strong meant never letting myself break, but maybe strength was staying kind with everything at stake. This is the weight I carry, the stories no one knows, the silent disappointments, the roads I walked alone. But I will not become bitter from all the things I've lost. I'll keep a little warmth inside me, no matter what it costs. This is the weight I carry, not a burden, not a scar. It is the proof still know who I am. I watched people around me fighting battles of their own. Everyone had hidden storms they carried on their own. So I stopped asking questions that only judge their pain. Sometimes a quiet presence can help someone breathe again. I don't need to be remembered as someone who was great. I only hope the people near me felt a little less afraid. This is the weight I carry, the promises I keep, the words I never say out loud, the tears I never weep. And I will not lose my kindness just because life was hard. I'll protect the small light inside me that survived through the dark. Maybe life is not about finding the perfect road. Maybe it is walking forward while carrying what you know. The ones who hurt us deeply, the dreams we couldn't save, they are all parts of the person that we became. This is the weight I carry, and I'll carry it with grace. Not because I have no sorrow, but because I know its place. I have fallen, I have wandered, I have questioned who I am, but through every broken moment I remained a better man. This is the weight I carry, and I won't put it down, because somewhere in this journey I found what matters now. Not a hero, not someone without pain, just a man who kept walking through the storm and rain. I spent my life collecting things I thought would make me whole. Achievements, expectations, little pieces of control. I built a shelter from my efforts, I built a name from what I gave. But when the wind grew stronger, I wondered what would stay. If the things I held so tightly can disappear someday, what is left beneath me when everything fades away? What will hold me when the road begins to shake? What will guide me when the plans I made break? Is it the things I have? Is it the things I prove? Or something deep inside me that remains when I lose? What will hold me when I cannot see ahead? What will remind me that I'm more than what I've built? Maybe I was searching for a place outside myself, a reason to be certain, a hand to save me from the fall. But maybe all the answers were never meant to arrive. Maybe I must learn to trust the person still alive, not the absence of the fear, not a life without the pain, but the courage to keep walking when nothing feels the same. What will hold me when Is it the things I prove, or something deep inside me that remains when I lose? Maybe I can lean on truth, on the choices that I make, on the lessons from my failures, on the promises I keep. Maybe I can lean on love, on the people who remain, on the quiet voice within me that still calls me by my name. Now I'm learning I don't need a perfect ground. I don't need to know every answer I haven't found. I will build my foundation with the things I truly choose, not with fear of falling, but with the strength to move. What will hold me, maybe I'll discover in time. Not something above me, but the roots I grow inside. I was looking for something that would never disappear. Now I'm learning how to stand even when the world is unclear. I saw you walking through the rain with a heart that learned to hide. You carried more than anyone knew and kept it all inside. You never asked for sympathy, you never asked for a hand. You only learned to survive in a world that didn't understand. But you don't have to prove how much pain you can take. You don't have to be stronger than the weight you had to bear. You were never alone, even when you felt unseen. Someone knew the quiet battles that we're living underneath. You don't have to run anymore, you don't have to hide your scars. You were already enough before you became this strong. The world may have been unfair and some days may never change, but don't let all those painful nights decide who you will become. There is still a place for you, there are still people who will stay. Not because you have something to give, but because you are you today. Life won't always be kind, and I can't erase your past, but I hope you finally know you don't have to carry it alone. You were never alone, even when you felt unseen. Someone knew the quiet battles that we're living underneath. You don't have to run anymore, you don't have to hide your scars. You were already enough before you became this strong. Someday you'll look back at the person you had been. You'll see someone who survived when nobody saw the wind. Don't be afraid of tomorrow, don't be ashamed of yesterday. The child who endured the darkness still deserves a brighter day. You were never alone, not even in your darkest night. The world may not have held you, but you were still worth the fight. So walk a little slower, let your tired heart just needed